What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I even told her saying that I was going to do this podcast episode, shouting her out, but I figured, hey, you know what? I'm like, might as well give her the all-around shout-out special. I'm shouting her out on multiple YouTube channels, doing the podcast shout-outs, Twitch streaming shout-outs, anything possible to blow her stream up. But anyways, now I want to shout out my good new friend, Yunuennn. I met her through another Twitch streamer. So that Twitch streamer had rated her, I think, one day. And I stayed for a little bit. It was something I was just like, hey, you know what? Usually when they start rating others, I'm like, okay, that's my cue to go. Start doing my own thing. Start either my Twitch streams or my working on some videos or podcast episodes of some sorts. But anyways, no, I stayed, and it was just like, hey, you know what? I could tell I'm gonna come back to her streams a few times, so I'm like, I'm a definitely hit her with a follow and stuff. So, did I say shout out to Yunuennn? I feel like I didn't even say her name in the beginning of this episode, but no. Anyways, yeah, shout out to Yunuennn. Well, I mean, it'll be the title of this episode and stuff, but anyways, so Yunuennn was the one being rated. And actually, I wanted to shout out that Twitch streamer real quick, the one that rated her. Shout out to Lin Sin. But anyway, so she rated her, and I stayed for a little bit, watched, followed, because I was like, okay, I know I'm going to come back. And then I think I might have joined in like a couple of times like after that. And then there was one day where I did join in, and I honestly, I'm like, I've never have really been like that type of person where I'm like watching a stream for a long period of time and then having laughs, and then like I'll talk with the streamer and stuff, communicate with them. That's like the one thing that I'm heavy on is like when I'm like getting my stream started up, I'm like, okay, so what conversation I'm gonna have today? Is it gonna be a weird conversation or just a regular conversation? I'll be looking for regular conversations. Somehow find myself getting into a weird conversation. But anyways, no, it was all around like a good stream. Like I think that might have been the same stream. It was either that stream or the next stream after I did the shout out video. But either way, it was like the chat was cool, Yunuennn was cool, moderators was cool. And I think she was playing with her moderators and stuff. And so it was an all around good stream. And I was sitting there like cracking up on actually, I think it was the second stream. That's where I was like, I mean, first stream I was like cracking up laughing. I was actually sitting there for a long period of time and watching. But no, it was the second stream after I did the shout out video, my first shout out video I did for her. That stream, I was like, that had me cracking up because I think that's what it was. I think she was like, she tried to say like, thank you for the shout out, but she was like, thank you for the shouting out, and she just got this stuff. I'm like, hey yo, Yunuennn, when you hear this, just know that I be having the same issues. I think I told her that when she joined my stream, because it was she followed me like immediately after I had did that shout out video, or after I posted the shout out video, and then she started joining my stream, shouting me out. And so to know that we have like that respecting for each other, to know that we have like that mutual, because that was like one of the things that I really paid attention to, was just like, with her Twitch streaming, it's honestly like watching myself in a way. You're a small Twitch streamer. You're doing doing like the best that you can to entertain. I'm not, not obviously. I'm not saying that her streams aren't entertaining. Her streams, if I had to say, definitely like, because I know probably at the end of the year I'm gonna do like a top 5 top 10 list of like all my favorite streamers. Yunuennn is definitely like right now owning like the number one spot. I mean, there's other Twitch streamers that I've been watching that have been dope, and that that I'm like, okay, like I definitely see myself being like a long time supporter of you. I'm not saying that like no like other streamers go unnoticed, but no, Yunuennn, she's definitely like right now at the moment she got like the number one spot, and I'm hoping that stays all the way to like the end of the year. I really don't want to. So I think I'm gonna limit myself from watching other streamers and stuff, because I want her to definitely have that spot and stuff when I do that video at the end of the year. So yeah, spoiler alert, when I do that video, she is gonna be number one, because I'm like, there's not too many times that you find a Twitch stream where it's like, I mean, I'm not saying like any of the other streamers I've came across wasn't entertaining, but she's somebody where I'm like, I think if it came down between her and another streamer, I'm gonna click on her stream, say what's up, see how it's going and all of that. once when that stream starts getting active, go to that person's stream. So she definitely has like number one spot. Like she's on top of the list when it's like, okay, out of all the streamers I see, definitely clicking on hers. Because there's been times where there's like YouTubers that I watch on a regular basis, and they will be streaming, and I'm like, that could be my one-time opportunity to talk with them. But I'm like, hey, yo, my thing is like, I really love the fact that, because I know eventually that's gonna happen one day. Yunuennn, she's definitely gonna get 1 million followers on Twitch. That's one thing for sure. She's gonna blow up. She's gonna, like, I'm gonna make sure I do my part to help out her Twitch streams and stuff. But to be able to say that, hey, I was there like all the way in the beginning, because that's something that I always see myself like at, like it's just something that I imagine, but I always see myself like at an award show, like telling my life story. And if there's ever a time like where it's for Twitch, or if it's, or even if I'm just like, if I see her winning an award, I feel like if anybody that deserves an award for a Twitch stream, and it's like, it's hers. That girl, she kills it with her Twitch streams. I mean, she's honestly, and then it's like, I know she's on TikTok too, and I was seeing her videos on there, and I'm like, fam, you're killing it on TikTok, you're killing it on Twitch. I asked her, did she ever see herself doing YouTube? She said no, but I'm like, I already know she'll kill it on there. So I'm like, somebody like her, I see it as like, I don't see it as like, a competition where I'm like, I gotta be better than her, because I feel like we're all like good and better in our own ways. But I definitely see myself like in a friendly competition. But at the end of the day, she's always gonna have my support. She's always gonna have like my love towards her Twitch streams and stuff, because I feel like something like that, it's hard to come by, especially when you're a small streamer. You literally, like, my thing is like, you can't stream at night or during the day. That's one thing that I figured out with Twitch. It don't matter what time you stream. I know there's times where like fans of mine will be like, oh bro, you gotta stream at night, or you gotta stream during the day, and it's like, bro, it don't even matter. But I am glad though, it's like, it doesn't matter like night, day, whenever. But she more so streams during the day. But it's an all around like entertaining stream. She's definitely somebody where I'm like, I do see myself, like, I think if I have more free time, like once I'm done, because I got like a crap ton of videos I'm working on, editing and all that crap. But I think if there was ever a time where she said that she wanted to get into YouTube, and she needed an editor to, sorry, I took that pause. But anyways, but no, she said that she needed an editor. I'm doing that stuff for free. I'm like, nah, because it's somebody where I'm like, I see like the true like dedication like in her and stuff, because I'm like I said, I see myself when I watch her streams and things. And so I'm like, I see that dedication. So if there was ever a time, and I think I've told her that, but I'm like, if there's ever a time where she needed help with YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, like, she's definitely one of those friends where I'm like, okay, let me push myself to the side, because I'm like, I'm not saying that my stuff ain't important, but I'm like, I know I have like the opportunities and the chances to get back to my work. But I'm like, I feel like it's like a one chance, one time opportunity. It's like to know that it's like I'm able to like do something to help out. I'm like, that's I'm gonna do it. So I'm like, I push myself to the push my stuff to the side, because I'm like, I know I could just go back to it and things, and then make sure I do what I can to help out Yunuennn, because it's like it's hard to come by support. It's hard to come by like love, and what else, just overall like just people just being there for your like streams, or just overall you being a content creator and stuff. So it's hard to come by that stuff. And so I'm like, to be able, my thing is to be able to like watch her streams, and it's like to see myself, because I was like, that was something that I hadn't really experienced, when I like getting in this like Twitch streaming and stuff. Like, I never had it where people was like shouting out my streams or shouting me out, or whatever. I mean, like, and my thing is like, I've been doing this for a minute now, and it's like to like, I mean, well, at least with YouTube I've been doing it for a while. At Twitch streaming, I picked that up like this year. But to have like the amount of support that she shows to my Twitch streams, or it's like every time when I join her stream, she's shouting me out, or when I go live, she's retweeting the tweet or something, or just overall just like showing some sort of support. That's something where I'm like, I just, at times, like when I that happens to me, I don't know how that feels. You know, like I've been going like to really like to talk on myself for a little bit. I've been going at this for 11 years. So it's like stuff like that I pay attention to. Stuff like that I remember. I'll be like, you know, years down the road where it's like, let's say she was up on stage winning an award, right? And then they wanted me to come up on stage and say a few things. Oh, you best buy. What honestly? Because I'm like, I gotta think of what I would say. So let's say I'm like, I'm up on stage, right? I'm walking up there. Most likely, I might trip a little bit because you know I'm not that coordinated and stuff. So that'll probably be like the highlight of my speech. But anyways, I definitely go up there and be like, you know, any awards, anything like, you know, good going her way and stuff, she deserves it. Because I'm like, I've been, you know, let's say this is like at a time where she has like 1 million followers, right? And she's getting like you know, some sort of a like award, like we're at like the Twitch Oscars or something like that, right? So she's getting like best Twitch streamer of the year, and then they're all like, oh, you know, Tyler, he's gonna go up on stage and say a few things. And so anyways, I'm up on stage, make sure I do my little trip and falls and stuff. But anyways, I'll go up there and be like, you know, I've been watching her since she had like 400. How many followers she has right now? She has like 400 and freaking 30, 400, and I don't even. Hold on. I'm like, let me just type up. See, Twitch stream. She currently has 417, so she's gained a few followers in the past few days. But anyways, I've been like, nah, because I've been following her, I think it was like before that. And so I'm like, I've been following her since she had like, I'm gonna just say like 400 followers and stuff. And even then, I was like, I knew that we were gonna be in a situation like this where she's gonna be up on stage winning an award. So definitely she deserves it. Like if anybody, because I'm like, you know, I at times where it's like, you know, you feel like you deserve things and you feel like others deserve things, but it's like when you look at her and you know just see the amount of work and dedication and everything that she's put into this, like, you know, because she's definitely one of those people where it's like I can tell that she's put her heart and soul into Twitch. You know, maybe I might be going a little bit overboard when I say I really don't know, I don't, like, you know too much about people and things, but I do feel like that's one thing that we both can relate to, and that's one thing where I'm like, you know, like when I see her Twitch streaming, it's like it kind of feels like I feel like my fans when they're watching me Twitch stream. So it's like I'm a fan, you know. Also, I'm a friend. I'm gonna make sure I do what I can to show support and love and all of that. And I knew she was going to get 1 million followers. Like that's one thing for sure. That was something where I'm like, I didn't doubt it. I didn't think twice about it. It wasn't something where I'm like, oh well, maybe it might happen. Like in it, no, I'm hoping that stuff happens right now. Like that's what I want to see. I'm like, I want to see her hit 1 million followers right now. So definitely, she deserves it. You know, that's one thing for sure. And I am extremely, extremely, extremely happy that she's reached that number. And then that's probably when I walk off, do another trip and fall. That's probably when I have like a dramatic like trip and fall and stuff. But anyways, but no, like Yunuennn, she's definitely somebody where I'm like, I'm happy. I'm so happy, Linson. Shout out to Linson again. But I'm extremely happy that she rated her because I'm like, nah, she's honestly one of my favorite Twitch streamers. Like I've been on Twitch for years. And she's definitely one of those streamers where I'm like, I wish I had seen you like day one of Twitch. Because it probably would have inspired me to get more into Twitch and things. But definitely, I wish I would have like came across her like back years ago. When did I get into Twitch? Might have been like 2015, 2016. But I'm like, yeah, I definitely, if I had seen you on Twitch back then, I'd been like, hey, yo, like, saying it like as if it was like right now. I'm like, you have the potential to be one of the best Twitch streamers. Like not even that you don't even like not, it's not even like you have the potential. No, I know, you know, based off of just what I'm seeing right now, you're definitely one of the best Twitch streamers I've seen on the platform. And I'm not trying to like, you know, make it seem like that I'm not trying to put her in no competition with anybody, but I'm just saying from my own perspective, it's like there's Twitch streamers out there with like they get hundreds of thousands of viewers. They, you know, they get like moments and compilation videos getting done about them literally every single day on YouTube. You know, people will see them as the biggest Twitch streamers in the world, and I'm like, which they are. That's rightfully deserving to them. But one of the best, one of my personal favorites, somebody where I'm like, I don't care if I'm sick, I don't care if I'm sad. I don't care if I'm angry. I don't care if I'm having one of the worst days of my life. If I see Yunuennn streaming on Twitch, you best believe I'm going to click on that stream and say what's up and keep that stream active. All right. So Yunuennn, just letting you know, you got a long time supporter here. I definitely like probably all the way into either when Twitch, and even then I'm all like, the day you decide to stop doing stuff that's like content creating, you know, and all of that, like the day you like, if you, and I hope and pray that that never does happen. I'm like, nah. I'm like, that's why I'm like, you know, that's why I'm like, I always want to like, you know, really like blow up big on YouTube and just, you know, or anywheres. Or so I'm like, hey yo, like you guys go follow Yunuennn, go show her love, go show her support. I want to see, and definitely this year I'm like, I want to see her hit 1,000 followers. I want to see that happen. So I'm like, this ain't gonna probably be the only. I've already done shout out videos on YouTube, and definitely each time when I hit like a certain milestone, I'm gonna do what I can to shout out her Twitch streams and stuff. But yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna definitely do that and make sure of it that she hits 1,000 followers and stuff, because I'm like, it's deserving. She deserves it. She's honestly, I'm like, my thing is like, I know people probably be thinking like, oh, you's a simp, like, you know, you just only saying that and you just only like, you don't believe that. No, I do believe it. That's the thing about it. I'm all like, no, I believe that she's gonna hit 1 million followers. That's something that I'll take to my grave. I'm like, I'll make sure of it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, that's just somewhere I'm like, I see that. I know it's gonna happen. I'm like, it's somewhere it's like, I don't like really have to like, my thing is like, I don't have to question it, because I'm like, okay, if she doesn't, you know, hit it being like, you know, based off of what she's doing, and I'm not saying like, you know, she's not entertaining. She is. She's, like I said, she's one of the most entertaining streamers I've ever seen. But let's say if there is a time where I hit millions of followers, I'm definitely going to be shouting her out and keep doing that and working on videos that, like, you know, moments and compilation videos, pretty much giving her like the, like, you know, big streamer treatment and things, and letting her know like, hey yo, like with me, definitely with me, and I'm pretty sure with all her fans that she has, her friends, you know, you have support. That's one thing for sure. I remember she was telling me that, how it was like me, her, and her friends that really be showing her support and stuff. And I'm like, hey yo. And at the end of the day, when you think about it, I had like a sneeze building up. So if I, you know, like, that's what's been bothering me. Like literally, like this whole episode, to have a sneeze been building up for 17 minutes. I'm like, fam, just let it out. Cause I'm like, I honestly, hold on for a second. All right, I'm good. I just had to let the sneeze out real quick. But anyways, I paused the episode, let the sneeze out, and I continue back on. But anyways, what was I saying? I swear when a person sneezes, it like knocks off like half of your memory and stuff. Because I be thinking about stuff, and I'm like, then sneeze happens, gone. And so anyways, but Yunuennn, but no, I think that's what I was saying. So like, you know, the support and stuff amongst me and her, the rest of her like friends and peers and all of that. So I'm like, my thing is like, you ain't just get 400 followers by doing nothing. Like them 400 people that followed you felt the same way. And it's like, my thing is like, you got those 400 followers because like before like this, like, you know, me doing shout out videos or anybody rating you and all that stuff, but you got 400 followers for being you. You gotta understand, there's 400 people, 417 people to be exact, following you for you, because you're that entertainment that they needed for the day. Like I said, I'm like, there will be days where I will be out of it. If I see you streaming, I am joining that stream, because I know at the end of the day, joining your stream is going to make me happy. So I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, hey yo, I'm joining your stream regardless of how I'm feeling, okay? Like, you're somebody where it's like, you're gonna have like long time and long term support. Don't matter how I'm feeling. My thing is like, I will be in. That's the thing though with friends, especially close friends, where I'm like, I will be in the hospital, literally sick out of my brains. Okay, if all I got to do is retweet you saying that you're live on Twitch, or post about it on social media, or post about it on YouTube, whatever it is, I'm gonna make sure I do that. Okay, so I'm like, that's the type of support. I don't know, people probably think that that's like, you know, that it's crazy that I'm like that, but I'm like, that's how I am. When I strongly believe in the person, I'm like, that's how I am. where I'm all like, you know, I gotta show that support and stuff. So anyways, I was gonna leave this for like just like maybe a 15-minute episode, but I'm like, nah, man, I have to keep this going. So anyways, guys, shout out to Yunuennn. Yunuennn, if you're hearing this, I do appreciate all the support that you've shown me. You know, like just shouting me out in your streams, retweeting me when I go live, you know, joining my streams and like keeping it active and stuff. Like that's honestly like I remember the first time she joined my stream, and it made me happy to know that like I did that. You know, it was me doing the shout out video and then got her to join my stream. Like that made me happy. Like, you know, to know that there's people out there that like they really be messing with your streams and stuff. And so yeah, I'm like, Yunuennn, definitely, you one of my favorite Twitch streamers. It's like saying that as a fan and as a friend. Like, you one of my favorite Twitch streamers. So, yeah, I'm like, regardless, I'm always going to support you and stuff. So, but anyways, guys, make sure you go follow her on Twitch. I think, yeah, I'll do that. Like, leave her name and stuff in the bio. And so, well, it'll be in the title of the stream. So you can just copy that, her name, or look it up. And then, yeah, then you guys can overall go follow her. There'll probably be a day where I'm in her stream. And, yeah, you know, we could just talk about how dope of a streamer she is and how dope of an Apex player she is. And so, but anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode, and peace.